Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on yourself? How's it going?
What's going, brother? Going, just hanging out. You know,
Yeah, just let me know if you have any problems hearing me because, as I said, I'm on my tablet, so it's a little different tonight than it normally would be. But
all
as
good,
long as you
bro.
can hear me
Yep,
and see me.
I'll let you know. But yeah, man. So it is officially Two Gun Pedro's month. Pew pew. The main man, number one
My
supporter.
month
Your month,
came and went.
your month came and fucking went.
I sent Two Gun a memo last night, maybe even today. I said, "Hey, movie's got strong bloody violence and torture. I know it's a Two Gun movie."
That's for sure. But yeah, man. So this month will be dedicated to 4 movies that main man Two Gun picked out. So Two Gun always picks out some goodies, man. They're always enjoyable. So always something new and fresh too. Something that usually we haven't seen. So always like that, man. You know, there's always new shit for us to watch. So
Yeah, and thanks, Two Gun, because he sent us both
and
these a
he
copy of these movies. So
he also doesn't just say, "Hey, motherfucker, you review this shit for me," but he also sends us a copy of it. So always appreciate that, man. That's why Two Gun's the man.
mhm.
Yeah, so we'll be doing 2010's Unthinkable, starring Samuel Jackson, Carrie Ann Moss, and Michael Sheen. So gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. A little something different than we normally do too. But
It is a
definitely,
horror movie.
yeah, it's like a real life
It's a
horror
horror
movie,
story, real
but a
life horror
little
story.
something different than normal. But I like that, man, because as I told Two Gun, man, I don't want to just be like, I feel like one of those like Hollywood actors that do one horror movie and they're like, now I'm only gonna get horror picks. It's like, you know, every now and then I want to do some other shit. You know what I mean? Like I love all movies, man. I'm just a film fan, period. So obviously I love horror. That's my love, but
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, the thriller genre can certainly
oh,
merge into the
for
horror
sure.
thrillers. Yeah, can merge in.
Hell yeah.
I mean, the big trend now, all the stuff I've seen lately, it's horror comedy, horror comedy, horror comedy. That's huge now. Horror comedies are huge.
Yeah.
That seems like the thing. All they do now
Yeah,
is horror comedy.
they didn't do any for a long time though, man. That
Now they're
shit.
doing them
It was like I feel like we had a good like 10 years that we weren't getting any. You know, I feel like from like the 2000 to
like that.
2010 we were getting them, and then after that, from like 2011 to 2020, we didn't get any for a
Right.
good while. We got got cut off.
Now getting a ton of
Like
it.
the boys, I feel like the boys was kind of a big part of bringing that back because people
Yeah,
saw how like gory the boys and how dark that could be, and then how funny and
right.
such a big hit it was. I think that kind of brought that back to the forefront where everyone was like, oh man, like people really dig this stuff. So I don't know. That's just my. There might have been something else. I don't know, but I feel like it was that.
Yeah,
Um,
well, Scream certainly has elements for horror comedy in it too as well. So the Scream
yeah,
series,
but that came out around the same time. That's
right?
what
Yeah,
Scream was like. Took a long ass break too, man. You got
right.
1 to 3, and you know maybe what was 1 to 3 come out early 2000s maybe, but then you didn't get anything. You got it was like
Right.
10 years
It was just
between
considered to be
three
a
and
trilogy, and
four.
that was it.
Yeah, and then 4 was like 10 years later, so maybe even more.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe even Scream, Scream 3. Shoot, yeah, three was in 2000, so it wasn't even
Mm,
2004. Um, 4 was in 2011, so yeah, 11 years until,
mm-hmm.
like I said, man, 2000 to 2010 ish, and yeah, so I'm telling you, man, I'm right on that money. I'm telling you, the boys are a big part of bringing that horror comedy back. The boys have definitely got some horror to it as well.
Oh yeah, gore. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Scream 5 came out 22. Scream 5 came out after The Boys. Yeah, 2019. So I'm telling you, man. And I wouldn't necessarily say Scream has comedy. It's meta.
I
And
think it's got more comedy in the newer sequels than it did in the previous three.
I'd have said maybe more Jamie
Yeah.
Kennedy was the comedy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
had a little bit of comedy,
I
but
don't know.
yeah, you're right.
Just
Just
a
like pop
little
culture.
comedy. But yeah, maybe just
Yeah,
like the pop culture reference joke or something. But yeah, I wouldn't like put comedy, not like no John Tucker and Dale,
right.
like
No,
Shaun of the Dead. Like I don't look at Scream as a comedy really. There's definitely a joke, meta joke here and there though.
right.
Um, but yeah, speaking since you brought up Scream, man, segue into horror news, man, and Scream 7's got some big news. First, we got news that Patrick Dempsey was going to be exiting the project. I don't think they officially gave a reason. I'm not sure, but everyone seems to think it's because he's going to be too busy filming Thanksgiving 2, which I'm a little upset about it because I was really excited to see him come back. I would much rather him be there for Thanksgiving 2 if I had to pick between the two, because Scream 7 is so up in the air. I'd rather like I know Thanksgiving 2 is going to be a banger, and Thanksgiving was one of my favorite movies of that year. So I would
Yeah.
definitely
Plus, I thought his character in Scream was kind of weak with the two kids. I didn't like it at all.
War Kids.
Wasn't he in the one with the two kids in the theater? There, he was in
He's the
the Scream.
FBI agent in Scream 3.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Who am I
Yeah.
thinking of then? Who's it? Who's the baddie in the last Scream movie that was in the theater with the two kids and with the
Oh, you're thinking
who
of the guy. I know, but
who was that guy?
died. He died first off.
Yeah,
I know. Fuck, what's his
I
name?
forget who that was. I don't know why I get mixed up with
I
Patrick
know him
Dempsey,
from
but
Shameless. Hold on, Dermot Mulroney. Dermot Mulroney.
okay, Dermot Mulroney. I don't know why I get those two guys mixed up a lot. I don't know what Patrick Dempsey and Dermot Mulroney.
They kind of have similar looks. That
Oh,
yeah.
they were both in like medical things, weren't they? Dermot Mulroney was in a lawyer thing or something.
I don't know.
Patrick Dempsey was in that whatever that medical show was on that was on forever.
It says he was in Chicago Med for one episode, so I don't know. Probably not. You're just probably getting them confused. But yes,
Yeah.
he's from Scream 3, and it was
Okay.
said because him and Nev seemed to kind of hit it off at the end, and we've never officially them like Scream 5 and 6. It said that, or at least Scream 5, it said that Nev is married, has a husband and two kids. So everybody always figured that she got married to him, which then he was gonna come back in Scream 7 and play her husband. But now he got dropped. Now he's dropped out. I told you that if Evan's here, he'll tell me the guy's name. Who's gonna play the husband now? That fucking
The guy from Starship Troopers there.
I don't think so. I don't think it's Starship Troopers.
Wing Commander.
Joel McHale, maybe.
Joe McHale. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the other guy. The other guy that was in Starship. Or
I don't
Joe
know
Wing Commander.
where you're coming up with these fucking names.
The guy from Wing Commander there that was going to come back and Scream that was in the early ones there. We were talking how he's old as fuck now.
Who?
That guy from Wing Commander. What? I don't know the guy's name. I'm old. I don't remember names. Who's that dude from Wing Commander there?
I've never even seen Wing Commander, dude.
Wing Commander.
Are you talking about the half brother from Scream 3? Let me see what he's been in.
Dude, they would tell me is coming back. I was saying he's old as shit.
The half brother. He's not in fucking. I don't know where you're bringing Starship Troopers.
No, he's in Wing Commander. Wing Commander with Freddie Prinze.
I'm looking at his thing, and I do not see.
Look up Wing Commander with Freddie Prinze, and who's the dude that was in there with him?
I don't know, man. I'll look it up, but that's not this guy. Do you remember Scream 3? The killer in Scream 3?
I don't know. They're all kind of mixed together. They interchangeable.
That's Matthew Lillard. You're talking
Matthew
about
Lillard. Yeah, he's coming back. You told me, right?
Yes, but I was talking about Roman at first.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't get to Matthew Lillard yet.
How about this? How about this take? We don't fucking bring back anybody. In fact, we kick out everybody that's in that from a previous movie and actually come up with new shit.
They already did kick out the people from the previous movie. That's why they're doing.
I know. It didn't do well.
Because they fucking kicked Melissa.
This whole nostalgia shit's got to go, man. Let's forge new paths.
This is about them trying to make money because the fans have been wanting Matthew Lillard to come back for a decade now. And they fucked up with Melissa Barrera, and then Jenna Ortega walked. And so now,
well, she had to do Wednesday, I guess, so she couldn't do it. Something.
But I believe that it also has something to do with them treating Melissa Barrera, just dumping her like that. So, but yeah, we're getting Roman from Scream 3, which I don't know how the fuck he's coming back because he got shot in the head. I'll give him Matthew Lillard because I guess maybe you could survive a CRT smashed in your face. He better have a shit ton of scars on his face or something, you know.
I fell into a TV once. I fell down.
It could be a flashback though. It could be like some de-aged flashback where it's Roman, Skeet, and Matthew Lillard doing the first kill that created the whole Scream universe, and them killing.
I fell into a console TV with a pitcher of beer, and it was sparks and shit. I didn't fall into the tube. But I survived. I didn't get electrocuted, so it's possible.
So Matthew Lillard could have survived. Anything's possible.
That's right.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Wing Commander, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess it's worth watching. It's not that great.
Well, it must be stuck in you. It must be decent enough that it's stuck in your head.
No, I think we review it. I reviewed it at one of my shows.
Actually, maybe we did watch that together.
Yeah, we watched and reviewed it on my science, my old science fiction show.
I think I fell asleep through it because it was so boring.
You fall asleep through every fucking movie we watch. That's no news.
Not everything. Not through the dark. God damn.
The Dark, man. The Dark was hot.
The one movie I didn't fucking fall asleep through, and it was The Dark.
I know, because me and Tuga have been watching some bangers haven't been there for, and then you come back and watch The Dark.
Oh, well, I missed Prom Night, but I've already seen Prom
Night 2. That was a banger.
I told you.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
That's a really good one. So yeah, Matthew Lillard will be coming back, so I'm definitely hyped to see what's going to happen with that. I guess it just got announced that Wes Craven's The Nightmare on Elm Street series, well, it's not really announced, but I think me and Scarpa have been on this, featuring all all 7 films on 4K with steel books and steel outer case with all brand new artwork coming real soon.
What? Of what
So,
movie?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, like the Elm Street things, yeah.
Entire series is getting a big steel book box set. You remember those steel book set
Right.
that
Yes.
Best Buy would do?
Yeah.
It looks like Nightmare's getting one of those.
I'm kind of good. I'm good with what I got because I got the first one that looks really good, right?
This is going to be all of them.
I understand that. But I got the first one that looks really good. I have the Blu-ray set with all the movies in it.
Yeah, that one.
And let's face it, after 3, they got really cheap looking, and I don't think 4K would enhance them. They had bad effects. They got kind of cheapy.
No, they all got good. They got good effects, all of them.
No. That Final Nightmare had some cheesy effects. We watched it together, remember?
I don't care about that one. I'm there for 4 and 5 and New.
Yeah, 3 and 4. Yeah, I know. I think I'm good with what I got.
But I think that they have great effects. That's the one thing you can't deny. They all had great effects.
The first 3. After that, I think they got kind of cheap.
No, 4 has great effects. It has legendary effects artists screaming mad
for the day.
No,
yes,
they still look good. Go and watch it on Discord tonight, motherfucker. Yeah. Scream 4 or Nightmare 4 is awesome.
No Kingdom of the Spider.
And I have it on recording after you see how good Nightmare 4 is, and you come back and.
Well, you didn't. Who's putting that out? Who's putting out the big box?
Maybe Warner Brothers. I don't know.
What? Oh, it's not like a boutique. Then that'll definitely get screwed up. Don't let the studio do it.
I know. It doesn't.
Plus, it'll probably be $200 too.
Yeah, but they did do that other one, and that one was good.
Which one?
The regular one. Warner Brothers did this. And Warner Brothers did the one that you got.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
This was a really good transfer.
Yeah. Really They also just put out the complete series of Seinfeld on 4K for $300. So
yeah, no. That's my
good
own
luck
thing.
with that.
I'm curious how much they're going to want to charge for one of those.
Probably be expensive.
Boxes. I'm sure it's going to be like $150. But man, I've been watching for a long time, so depending on the artwork, if I don't like the artwork, I'll probably just wait for like
the individual releases.
They're gonna come out individually, so I might end up just waiting for that. But
yeah,
I have to see the art. If the artwork's badass, then I'd pick them up. Because I'm not that big of a steelbook guy. I like slipcovers better, honestly. So
I like steelbooks, but I haven't liked any of the steelbook sets. Like the Indiana Jones one they put out was terrible.
Harder to take out of the case. They're always harder to like pop out of the
individual steelbooks are good, but I don't like steelbook sets like that.
I've never had one, but no, I always like slips better. It's just always a pain. Like some are easier than others, but a lot are really hard to like pop the disc out of that.
Yeah. Well, plus most of the steelbooks too, the hinges are only plastic.
Yeah,
so they don't last.
Yeah. So if you fuck them up, once they crack and bend too far and they break off, you're done.
Right.
You're done.
Yeah, you can't open them a lot. You can't throw them around. Plus they're real thin, so they're very easy to crush.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean they're good, except now they're getting ridiculous with the prices, charging $40 and $50 for them, and I refuse to pay that.
I ended up just sticking with the Nosferatu on slipcover because I didn't even.
I probably will too.
I didn't even.
I haven't even ordered that yet.
Oh really?
I haven't even ordered it yet.
I never saw the steelbook go up for sale, but it's been so-called out.
It's on Grub. It's on Grub.com.
Well, I'm looking on Amazon, so because that's where I usually go because I don't want to pay for it until it actually ships, which all the other places charge you instantly. Amazon's the only one that charges you when it actually ships, so that's what I like. Because then if I decide to cancel it, I didn't pay nothing. Where you buy something from those places, especially pre-order, you're locked in. You have no choice, and that sucks. Because especially if if you pre-order that and then something else comes out or like a better version, and
I
it
mean,
felt.
that's you gotta make a decision. I mean, that's Diabolic and Orbit's the same way, and
I know. That's why I
those are
just.
boutique system, man.
I'm saying that's why I just go with Amazon. But yeah. Let me see. I think there's also a little bit more news. Hold on.
I guess the script for Terrifier 4 is done or almost done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to get the fine. It's supposed to get the origin of Art the Clown. The guy announced, so that'll be
Well,
cool.
I guess the whole movie's not about the origin, but I guess the
No,
origin will be
no, I'm
included.
just saying we're gonna
Yeah,
get the origin.
right,
I never said that's gonna be the
right.
whole movie.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't go that route and come up with like a prequel where it shows what happened, in the beginning of the whole movie. Who knows? Maybe they will at some point.
that would have been cool, but who knows? They're making it seem like this is gonna be the conclusion.
From what he said, yeah. Which I think is a good idea. You should move on to other stuff for a while.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you, wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad. Took a break and then come back to it like 5 years later or something.
Yeah, he had his hand in that. What was that movie that we watched that he did? Was it Static something, or it was actually pretty good?
Stream, I think.
Stream Dead Stream or something like that.
Or it was just
It
Stream.
actually wasn't a bad movie, and I thought, let's see what else he can do.
Yeah.
Of course, I had a
He
guy that
didn't
was just
direct
like Art the
that.
Clown.
He did the effects.
Right. I think
Or
he also had the hand in writing it too, maybe. You have to go look through the credits. But whatever.
thought
Just
there was
do something
another
different.
movie he did though that we watched.
Right.
Or maybe it was that Frankenstein versus Mummy, which we never actually ended up watching. Yeah, it was called Stream though, but I think he just did the practical effects in that.
Well,
Yeah, because all he's really done directing wise is Terrifier. And then he directed that Frankenstein versus Mummy. But that's like a 2 hour movie. I have it, but I haven't got to watch it yet. Hey, what up, Jigs?
hey, how's it going? Jigs didn't even see you there.
Acres of Movies. What's going on? Appreciate you guys popping in. Let's see though. Oh, that movie Companion is getting some pretty good reviews. I kind of want to go see that. I don't know how much of a horror it is, but it's getting everyone seems because the guy who did Barbarian did it. I think it's some type of sci-fi thriller or something.
Yeah.
It looks good. They seem to not have like given anything out about it in the trailers, and it's got Jack Quaid. It says dark comedy, psychological
Yeah.
sci-fi
Saw the
thriller.
preview of it. That looked
But
pretty good.
I haven't seen really shit for it, but I kind of want to go see that. And it's got 7.5 on IMDb. And then that Heart Eyes comes out this Friday or this Thursday. I want to see that too because that looks like a whodunit kind of Scream Valentine ripoff. Look pretty good though. Look pretty good. The masks look pretty creepy. So we got Companion out right now in theaters, and we got Heart Eyes coming out this week. So if you want to take the lady to go see a movie for Valentine's Day, that might be. Those are two good ones, honestly. Those are two good ones I think to take. Depending on if your wife's not big in the slashers, I think Companion might be the safer bet. Yeah, I want to go see them both. Might have to try to go see Companion, and then Heart Eyes this weekend. You gonna go see either of them?
I don't think so. I think I'll wait for them to come on digital.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's probably it. I know the Monkey, I think, got another sneak peek trailer or something. Oh,
That one
and
looks interesting. Yeah.
we tried to keep it contained, but the Toxic Avenger is spilling. Only in theaters, 8/29/25, Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, can't believe we still got to wait another 6 months for it, but all right, whatever.
Since it's completely filmed, that thing has been done for a long time.
I know, why didn't you just put it out?
Yeah, or just like put it out on digital. I don't know what. I guess they think they're gonna get a lot of money in theaters.
Well,
I don't.
I think
I
ever
don't see
since
it getting. I don't see it
Terrified
big.
Terrified 2 got released over that like weekend, and then of course it did great, big money. Maybe they're thinking that's the thing to do now, release a horror film like on that August 30th date, and
For a weekend.
yeah, let's see what happens.
But that's Terrifier. Not his
Terrified
name.
2 did that.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I know.
and
Well,
not his name.
Toxic Avenger. If you want to get horror fans in, they're gonna know that name, Toxic
Toxic
Avenger.
Avenger has a fan base, but
Yeah.
that's a Roma fan base as well.
Yeah.
So they're
And you got
lesser.
Peter Dinklage. We'll see how he
Yeah,
pulls it off.
I'm just
I
saying.
just hope he better be in a tutu. If he's not in a pink tutu, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I don't see it doing as well as Terrifier. I could see it
No, it
making.
won't. No.
I could see it making a little money, but I'll probably go see it. But I haven't seen a trailer or anything, so that's another thing.
No.
Like I have no idea what's going on with it, so could be
He had to
absolute
top the first one.
could be absolute dog shit. I hope it's good though.
Yeah, I hope they don't go all politically correct. He has to have a blind girlfriend, and a hot blind, hot-ass blonde. Oh no.
Ask me clear about this, and some had answers, others had others, but should Scream have them on a space cruise for senior trip around Russia and to research origins of mass learning? Probably neither. Probably neither.
Scream will be going to space. Scream will be in space at some point. Yeah, Scream will be in space at some point. I'd say Scream 10. Scream 10 might be in space.
Yeah, Scream keeps it pretty simple. Michael Myers versus RoboCop. Terminator versus Candyman.
Well, I was watching Bruce Campbell on YouTube, and I guess
RoboCop would be. I could see Terminator versus RoboCop being a real.
I guess from what Bruce Campbell says and watching him on YouTube, there that Ash versus Freddy Krueger. I think it was Freddy Krueger, Jason, one of the two, was extremely close. They got canceled in like the ninth hour. It was gonna happen.
Now you got turned into a comic.
So
yeah, if they did it and they did it right, I'd love to see horror tournament series like that. That'd be sick.
But the Clown could go up against somebody like that.
Yeah, I want to see Hard Eyes too.
But the Clown against Ghostface, come on. But the Clown and Ghostface together in one movie.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Sick. I'd love to just see all the fucking bad.
You need crossovers, man.
All the fucking slashers.
Universal monster, this motherfucker.
Yeah, right. That'd be sick. So yeah, let's get into some Unthinkable 2010. First time watch for you and I both. Two Guns been wanting me to watch this, I'd say, for at least a year, man, if not more. And finally we're here. So I'll let you go first on this one.
Sure.
I'll let you go first. Two Gun actually knows what I think already.
Sure.
I called him the movie was over because I wanted to ask him some
stuff. Okay.
What do you think, Groucho?
Well, okay. Normally movies like this really aren't my bag because I mean it is good, but it's realistic. It is horror, but it's horror that could happen. And I'm not really. I'd rather watch a movie like with a maniacal clown because this shit is just like too close to home. You see it on the news every friggin' night, and now of course you're gonna be seeing in the news for the next 4 years. I don't know. It's just for me. It was a good movie. I thought it was really good. Samuel L. Jackson. I could see this came out in 2010, so this was coming off of when maybe 4 years after 24 was hot, and 24 was out for like 7 years, and that covered a lot of similar ground as this movie did. And 24 was a big show, and this really has that 24 vibe in it. But yeah, it's
Probably a little darker
a
though, since this is
little
an R.
darker. 24 would, yeah, I mean, it had a little bit,
But
obviously,
yeah,
the gore and stuff, but 24 went into the similar type thing.
yeah.
Well, Keith Sutherland was always beating on the terrorists. But this had a great cast. I mean, you had a ton of actors like Stephen Root, even actors that like the little actors, Brandon Routh from Superman. Had a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good cast. Carrie Ann Moss was great in it. Samuel L. Jackson, really intense in this movie. As you know, I'm not big on the gore, torture porn type stuff, but I could see, and this of course was the extended version, so I'm sure that they they showed a little bit more in this version than they probably showed in the
I don't
original
think
version.
so. Tugun said that he can't really tell any
Oh,
difference.
really? Okay. Well, maybe the
Besides
gore wasn't really
besides
amped up.
the ending.
No, I liked it because it was a great. There was no really
I don't think
redeemable
they really
people in it.
show much. They just show the little pinky cut off, and that's
Yeah,
about
yeah. It went pretty strong for a torture movie, for a realistically based one. Um,
it was.
but it does go ahead and show like there's really no good when it comes to this type of scenario in real life. There's no good there's no good people. Will be able, anybody will do what it has they have to do to, if they could justify it, that the ends meet the ends
Yeah,
meet the mean. Okay, and even Carrie Ann Moss, who throughout the whole movie wouldn't go as far as they wanted her to go, did kind of go there at the end.
even though she basically put like two little kids' lives above fucking
Right.
people.
Some of this movie, I have to question and don't question. I don't think any of this movie couldn't happen.
Yeah,
Um, I do question a little bit after everything that after he slashes the wife's throat. You know whether they'd actually go go with the kids, but yeah, they showed that they would. There was all everybody was shown to be a bad guy, from the
he's
terrorists to
thinking the unthinkable.
the army guys, and that was the whole point, how far they would go. Um, Now we watched the extended
Unthinkable.
version, and we watched the one with the different. Now I watched the theatrical ending. You said you did too.
I
I mean,
watched.
the theatrical ending. I just watched the ending. I didn't watch the whole movies over again, but I
Yeah,
watched the
yeah, yeah.
ending.
I just said because that's what I thought. That was the only difference was the ending.
But the theatrical ending basically ends after she grabs the kids. After she grabs the kids and she takes them outside, the movie ends.
Yeah,
And the extended version goes on to show them actually um,
disarming one of the bombs.
disarming the bombs, maybe all the bombs, but and then showing that basically there was a fourth hidden bomb and that it basically went off. That ends with going to zero, like it's going to explode, but that will show the explosion.
Yeah, it just
And
goes
to
to black.
me, it goes to black, and that
Reminds me
is
like a John Carpenter ending or something.
well. I mean, that's the whole point of this movie. I think, which is lost in the theatrical version, is
Yeah,
that tortured really ultimately, the point of the movie was that torture doesn't ultimately work, and it didn't here because they did get three of the bombs, and like they didn't get the fourth one.
mm-hmm.
The torture doesn't ultimately work, and that people, if they believe in something enough, will follow it through to the end. By not showing that portion in the theatrical, it kind of cuts off the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, tries
So
to
I
be
really
some
could.
punk ass happy ending, like take care of my kids
Well,
and
it wasn't really even a happy ending because you didn't
take care of the kids and say
in the
she's
original one. Yeah, well, in the original one, you don't know.
but a little bit glimmer.
You don't even know in the original one whether they disarmed any of the bombs. It just that's it. It ends.
Well,
So I definitely think
you would just suspect that they did and that there
yeah,
wasn't.
but you don't know. It just but this you see that they do, but they
Yeah,
don't get the fourth one. And I think that why I can understand why they put it into the end. That really is needed in this movie. That
definitely,
ending.
definitely.
And you
Yeah,
know
or like
so
an
this isn't a movie you enjoy. It's a good movie.
oh, I
It's a
enjoy.
movie. It's a movie that
Second,
you watch. I'll watch once. I won't
wow,
ever watch this again.
I would
But I enjoyed watching it.
love.
But just to me, just this whole type of scenario that really could happen, I just don't vibe it. If I want to watch that type of stuff, I know that. I'm up on the news. I know this shit's happening. Trouble is, the majority of people don't. but because I know it, I don't really need to know it again. So
Don't believe everything the news says, bro.
well, I watch enough news sources. I will just don't watch one
Fake
where
news.
you get the overall
We
picture.
got
Not
there.
all news is fake.
They all lie.
Yeah,
They all lie.
there's news out there that's not fake.
There is
And
always. So. And see,
and
though, you admit that a lot of it is fake.
oh yeah, all the mass media stuff is all not fake, but just not only fake, but manipulated in a way that you believe one thing and you don't believe another thing, whatever.
Right.
But I'm just saying, no, it's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. The acting performances are fantastic, phenomenal in it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I give a high marks for the subject matter. It was really good. It was worth watching.
Night twist or something. Yeah, though, man. I'm glad you liked it, man. Because Two Gun wasn't sure if you weren't gonna were gonna like it or not. Which I wasn't sure if this was your type of movie when he kind of mentioned the torture porn. Which I guess I thought you kind of grown more to like Hostel and stuff like
Oh
that.
well, I don't think this.
Not
I
like
don't
it.
really think this. I don't think this movie
I
really.
don't like that. I don't like that word period because I don't think any of those movies actually are torture.
I'm not big
Period.
on torture. I'm not big on torture. Realistic torture in a movie. I don't mind stuff like Lethal Weapon stuff like
I
that.
don't think they showed
But
much, honestly.
but I don't think
It's
this
like
movie
when
glorified it.
when
Nor
I rewatch Hostel, I don't think they show
yeah,
much.
I don't think they glorified it, and I don't think they overindulged in it. So
I think people that use that
I mean,
torture
they had
are pussy.
they had they had enough of it in there to drive home the point of the movie. So yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't like that word torture porn. That it doesn't describe what Hostel is and all that. When I go back and watch Hostel, it's not nearly as bad as I remember. And yeah, I think the people that say that are the people that just don't like horror or those types of movies. And it's like, well, then don't watch it. If that's not
Right.
I fucking love that type of shit. Um, I don't like watching people get tortured, but I like, I've grown so numb to horror over the years that stuff like that is me kind of pushing that boundary and seeing if I have any feeling left from any horror movies. And yeah, but they're not as bad as I remember. But when I watched them as a kid, they hit harder. And I think nowadays we get shit even worse than like Hostel,
Oh, obviously,
Terrifier
yeah,
and all that. You know what I
right,
mean?
exactly.
But yeah, I thought this movie was
And
great.
Terrifier is straddling that edge.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I just don't like that word. I just think they're trying to label it as something that it's really not. Um, but I thought this movie was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I was locked in the entire hour and a half. I thought Martin Sheen was just fantastic. I really was impressed because I know, Two Gun kept saying, "Oh man, Samuel Jackson's so underrated in this," and I completely agree. One of his best performances by far. He was so good in this. But you can't talk about the movie without adding Martin Sheen
Yeah, he
and
was very good. I mean, Samuel Jackson is always good in my opinion.
Gary,
He really
Gary
doesn't give a
Oldman.
bad performance.
Oh
He was
no,
good here, but he always is
he did.
good. So
Yeah, no, he just. I feel like he was tapping into something a little bit extra on this though, man. I thought it was fantastic. I
now
just
that
felt like
Martin Sheen guy,
he
what
was
else
getting a
was he in? That
little
guy?
dark. He's in a bunch. And I was gonna say Martin Sheen. He's not related to Charlie Sheen,
No, I
right?
don't think so.
I didn't think
I don't
so.
believe so.
And you also got Stephen Root.
But but isn't he mainly in like romantic comedies? That guy.
I
I've
want
seen
to
him in
say
other things.
he's in a bunch. He was actually in the Sandman show, but I guess it says he plays a voice,
Uh,
Paul voice, Lucifer voice, and let me see.
no, this movie definitely had like those
Oh,
actors that
he's
you've
in that
always
show,
seen.
Good Omens, Doolittle
Oh,
with
okay, that's where he's from. That's where I remember. Good Omens. I remember him from that.
Animals with Jake
Okay.
Gyllenhaal. He's in a lot of stuff. Midnight in
Yeah,
Paris with Owen Wilson, Tron Legacy, uh,
yeah, he was
30
good in this.
Alice in Wonderland. He's in the Twilight movies, Underworld, Blood Diamond. He's in a couple of the Underworlds. But yeah, he's got a decent amount of filmography. I don't know why he almost always reminds me of the guy who plays Gollum too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
He's English. So,
Well, Martin Sheen. My bad.
yeah.
I meant Michael Sheen. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Martin
But she
Sheen.
has, yeah, right,
Charlie.
I
But yeah,
understand.
Michael Sheen. Thanks, Deb. Um,
Yeah, he's either Irish or English, I think. I forget which.
I've never been to a test screening for a movie. I don't think they really have shit like that out in Ohio. I wish that'd be fucking sweet, dude. I feel like that's more LA that they do test screenings. Um, I remember sometimes like Blumhouse, they'll send out like a thing where you could claim they'll do like like an early showing like a week before that it's going to be out in theaters. So I wouldn't. That's not a test screening, but it's like where they let the fans see it, and you could claim like one or two free tickets. And most of the time, I never can make them because they're on a Tuesday, and I'm always busy on or Wednesday. I think they're either. I think yeah, Wednesday. I'm always busy on Wednesday. Uh, but I did try to take the kid once to Five Night at Freddy's, and when I got there, they were like, "Oh, it's already filled up." And I was like, "What the fuck? I claimed two tickets." And it was like, "Oh, well, just because you claim tickets doesn't mean you can like you're locked in. Like it's first come first serve." And I was like,
Well,
"Whoa,
I thought as long as you pay for the ticket, you're locked in.
no, they're actually free tickets. They're actually
Oh,
free
free,
tickets,
oh, free tickets. Okay, never mind.
but they want you to get there like an hour early too." And I didn't know that, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" They ended up giving us like two free gift bags or something with Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. But yeah, Blumhouse, I get a lot of like because I'm subscribed to Blumhouse's email, and they'll send when they have a big movie coming out. You can sometimes I can get a free ticket or like two tickets for that, but I usually just don't go because it's Blumhouse, you know what I mean? And unless Blumhouse has a huge movie coming out that I'm super intrigued of, I don't really I don't really like Blumhouse anymore. A lot of their shit sucks to me nowadays, you
Hmm.
know? I think they've totally cashed in and went Hollywood, and they're not that small company that they used to be when they were making Paranormal Activity and all those low budget films that were a lot cooler than the dumb shit they make now. But yeah, man, I think you definitely hit it on the nail with a lot of stuff. I think Samuel Jackson though is great, man. Uh, like you said, fantastic cast. Was it Stephen Root also is kind of um like
One of these scary handling type,
Jack
the
was like
handlers.
Antler or something. Uh,
Yeah,
but I just love how to me and Tugan were saying like they don't really even get into any backstory on Samuel Jackson. Like you get even a little bit backstory on his wife, but you get like nothing on
right.
him except maybe
Yeah, you know he's in hiding for something, and you know he's done some bad shit, and that's really all you know.
I thought too they're like he's a bad man, dangerous man, stay away from this man or something like on his
Yeah,
case file or whatever.
yeah. I mean, obviously the guy's a psychopath, but
Yeah,
he's their needed psychopath. He's the needed guy that will do what
yeah,
he's got to do.
yeah,
Because at the end he snapped. You know, he was, you know, he just was carrying it. He would have went, you know, he was not somebody they could handle. You know, he was just somebody that was just going to do what needed to be done in his mind,
yeah.
and that's, you know, a useful psychopath. So that's what he was.
It's crazy though that like he says like say the word and if you say not to do it, I won't do it to Carrie Moss. And then for at first she's like
Right.
she doesn't say nothing, so he continues, and at the end she basically just gives it. We can't do this. Fuck, let the bomb go off. And I was just like,
Well, she didn't say that. She didn't say let the bomb go off.
yes, she did.
No, no, she did not say that. Go back
She
and
said,
watch it.
let the bomb go off. Let it go
No,
off.
no, never said it. Watch the movie again.
She said, we're human beings. We can't do this. Just let it go off.
Go back and watch the movie. I don't believe that's true, but
She she said, let that shit go off, man. That's why they didn't fucking torture the kids. That's why he ended up stopping and didn't go back in the room. He said, fuck. She said, fuck the fourth bomb. Who cares?
no, I'll go back and rewatch it. But I don't think that's what was
Let it
said.
happen. I'm telling you. Dugan, where you at, bro? She says that shit. She says that. And then after he ends up fucking then he lets him go or he starts untying him after. Fucking shit, pull it up then.
No. They well, he was continuing to tie him down. They pulled him out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled him out. He was gonna,
Yeah, that was
continue
when
to go.
that's when he locked himself in the room and was gonna
Right. That was at the end. That was the very last part of it.
he was gonna give him a shot or something. I don't know what that was in that
Right.
shot.
He was gonna give him some shot. I would assume it was gonna kill him.
But that's
My guess
because
would
in
be.
his head he had already realized that he's
Right.
lying. He
Right.
was
He knew he
first
was
off,
lying.
they
He
had
knew it was a
already
fourth bomb.
he already lied to him once and said
Right.
there's no bombs, and they went and investigated. There was a bomb, and then he said there's 18 pounds. He said it takes 3 pounds or whatever. He's like, so one went off. There's three. He's like, that's 15. He's like, so there's a fourth bomb.
Oh yeah, he knew there was, and there was. Well, in the extended version, there was. you know,
Thank you,
but
Tugan. I know she said let the bomb go off.
I have to rewatch it and see.
You sure will. You sure will,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Well, I mean, that was the whole point of the movie. The whole point of the movie is how far are we willing to go
Oh yeah.
and
Well,
and and sacrifice
what I'm saying.
our humanity in the odds of an impending disaster, impending
That's,
doom.
that's the
And
whole point.
some people will cross that line and say, "Fuck it, kill the kids." And then
Yeah.
some people will say, "No matter what happens, well, I'm not going to let go of my humanity, because if I let go of my humanity, then what's the point of living?
Well,
What's the point
and
of
that's
saving everybody?"
exactly what
And
she.
that's the whole point of the movie. Uh-oh. Dylan's
Can you hear me?
pausing. No, you paused. You
Now?
froze. And we get to hear.
Oh, now. Can you hear me now?
It. I can hear you, but it's freezing here and then.
No.
But you're fine now. This is The Negotiator. The Negotiator was more of a Hollywood movie, and The Negotiator was more of a
Is that
less
with
realistic
Cranston?
approach.
Is that with Cranston?
That No, The Negotiator is with Kevin Spacey and Samuel L. Jackson, which was a really good movie, but a
But
little
yeah,
different.
that's like the whole point when saying once they bring Samuel Jackson out of that room with the kids, they're like, you're crazy, you're crazy. You're like, and he's like, I'm the villain. He's like, and he says to Michael Sheen, he's like, you got what you wanted. He's like, they think I'm the villain now. He's like, congrats. Uh, but then he says, uh, fucking, as soon as he brings up the fourth bomb, everybody's like, get the fucking kids back in the room. Get them in. I
Right,
don't
right.
do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I
And
mean that's the whole point of the movie. That there was
he's like, well,
everybody.
I was the bad guy 2 seconds ago, but now you're willing to let me torture these kids and do
Right.
whatever I have
The
to
whole
do.
point of the movie was that nobody was the villain and everybody was the villain.
Yeah. Well,
depending on
yeah, some of them are like acting like they have a
depending
line,
on your
and that's
depending on
what
your point of view.
they like, motherfucker. There is no line. There is no line. You because as soon as you're willing to let go of that line, you're fine with me doing whatever I got to do. But when you think everything's gonna be okay, I'm the villain. I'm a terrible guy. But
Well,
it's
yeah, because there's no line. There is a line and there's no line.
kids.
Everybody's a villain. Nobody's a villain. It depends on what side what side of it you're on, and what side the danger is. When
Yeah,
the
because
danger stops, people go back to, oh, we can't do it.
yeah,
When the danger's on, oh, let's go ahead. Now we got to do it.
is and
And it's the
that's a big
people
part
that
of Michael Sheen's
people
role too.
people can go either way.
Michael Sheen says he's like when they do that little bomb and it kills like 50 people. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You're mad
Right.
about 50 people?" He's like, "You kill that many people every day and nobody gives a shit." He's like, "So what are you
Exactly.
thinking about them for?" And
That's right. I mean, depending on what side of the argument you're on.
that's when you
Right.
actually get to see Michael Sheen and what he's pissed about. Because before then, he's like doing that fake little cry, "I fucked up. There's no bombs." And then once that first bomb goes off, he shows like his true self. And
Right.
I, I, I really like that little split 180, man. I thought Michael Sheen was fucking great in this. Um, but it's
Right. Because
funny,
he
man.
wasn't.
It's funny, man. He's willing to. He knew that. he was going to be put in that position. He knew they would bring his family in there, and
Oh, yeah.
he was willing to let them die. Honestly, he said even though he gives up the 3 bombs for them, he knew, man. He fucking knew. He was willing to risk their lives over whatever he believed in. So
Right. Even at the end.
yeah,
Plus, he knew there was a fourth bomb. So,
yeah, he knew.
which you don't, which of course you didn't know in the other version. That's why the
That's why
extended
he
version is the best
kills
version.
himself. That's why he kills himself too, because
Right.
then no way they can get it out of him. They can't torture him anymore. They can't
Right.
torture him with his kids anymore because you can't torture. You can't. There's no point to kill the kids anymore either because
Right.
they're that leverage to him. So I thought that was another great scene though too when he's about to torture the wife and they
Right. The
start.
family did try
You
to.
can't do this either. You can't do this. And he's like, "We are out of time," and then he just slits her throat. That was fucking crazy, man. Samuel Jackson, what was it? Two Gun said it's the Samuel Jackson performance uh, that we needed for Nick Fury in Marvel.
Well, I don't know about that.
Hey, man, I would have loved that. I would have loved a darker Nick Fury. Yeah, they did try
Yeah,
to switch the country.
things may have been different if the family got away.
I'm
But they
almost
didn't.
tempted to believe that they knew, or he said, "I'm going to be doing something, so you got to leave the country." So I kind of think maybe they did know, or he might not have given details, but he said, "Get out of the country because you're in danger." And
Right. I mean, she may have known. She may have not known. It really
she
wasn't
might not,
important.
like I said, she might not have known the details.
It didn't
But
really matter.
I don't think has he ever gotten Oscar nomination recognition. I don't think Samuel Jackson's never gotten an Oscar, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe for Pulp Fiction, he was nominated for Pulp Fiction. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. He didn't win it.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if he's ever even been nominated.
Yeah, actors that can go over the top, like he can seldom get noms because sometimes they go a little too far. But
Yeah,
he may have gotten nominated for things.
oh,
But no, this was definitely a good movie.
Says nominated for 1 Oscar, and it was Best Supporting Role for Pulp Fiction, but he didn't win.
Yeah, he didn't win it.
I was gonna say because he's done a lot of Tarantino movies, like Hateful Eight.
Oh shit! You mean he didn't win it for Snakes in a Plane? What the fuck?
I guess not, man. They snubbed him on that one. That's
motherfucking snakes in a motherfucking plane.
Dude, he's got like 204 credits, movie credits. And that's not including, that's just like credits. That's not including like episodes, like separate episodes. And he's got 7 upcoming films. Fucking guy, man. He's one of the hardest working guys in Hollywood, that's for sure.
I think one of the first movies I saw him in was Animal House.
Oh, he got an honorary one lately. I did see that. I think in 2022 he got the honorary one. Yeah.
He was on the bench in Animal House there where they brought him living.
Yeah, but I'm super glad that we finally ended up watching this and talking about it because I loved it, man. I loved it every second of it. I thought this is one of those movies that I love these type of movies, man. That smaller settings, really just like a one setting type movie. It has a couple smaller sets, but simple premise, but they just adrenaline filled the whole time too. And I think Samuel Jackson, Michael Sheen, Carrie Ann, I think everybody just knocked it out of the park. Just had a fantastic cast all the way around. And I loved it, man. I love the extended ending too. I thought the extended ending that's the way that should have just been the regular ending. The other ending I did not like.
Just to hear the commentary, whether that decision
he doesn't say motherfucker in it too.
Whose decision was it to not have that other ending? So
I didn't even get a chance. I wanted to watch the commentary on it too, because Two Gun said there's a really good comment. Really, it actually says engaging commentary with directors. So I got to check that out. Who'd have been your favorite actor in it? Like I know most was gonna say Samuel Jackson, but I
No, I'd
really
say Michael Sheen. Yeah, Michael Sheen was really good.
yeah. I'll go Samuel Jackson since you did Michael Sheen. Carrie
And
Ann
Carrie Ann
Moss,
Moss was good. Carrie Ann Moss was good.
she did piss me off a little bit here and there just because it's like I'm like, man, like what position we're in. Like 50 million people are about to die, and it's
You
like
know, how can she piss you off? It doesn't mean she doesn't give a great acting performance.
because
That's how her character.
she's supposed
That's
to be
how her
the
character was written.
I,
It had nothing to do with her
she could
acting
be,
performance.
well, how does fucking the chick
She was great in it.
because how does the chick from Invisible Woman piss you off then? Just because she's brooded and battered.
She
That's how she
doesn't.
was written. You're
She
lying. You
doesn't.
always talk shit about her,
No,
man.
I didn't like that movie because the movie was supposed to be about Invisible Man and it wasn't.
And you
I don't
say,
give a shit.
I don't give a shit about this brooder, battered woman. That's the way
Because in this movie, it didn't. It did. That's not what I want to see in an Invisible Man movie.
well, it
If
was
I'm
a
going to go see a movie about Invisible Man, I want to see a movie about Invisible Man. But
it was
That was Carrie Ann Moss did a great job portraying her character as was written, and you can't say she gave a bad performance or you didn't like it
I
because
didn't say
that's the way the
she gave
character is written.
I didn't
But
say
that's
she
why. Yeah, but you said that
I
she
said she
pissed you off. She didn't piss you off. Her character, right?
her
It don't
character
matter. A lot of characters pissed me off. Samuel L. Jackson's character pissed me off, but I thought he was phenomenal
not
in it.
me. Not me. I didn't say she wasn't phenomenal. I said her character pissed me off because she's the human side. She's the side going
Right.
against everything is happening. And when all these people are gonna die, to me, this guy set himself up. He put himself in that spot. So what if he's gonna have to die because of it? He's the one. He did it to himself. He's willing to kill 50
Well,
million
because
people.
but the bottom line, well, it depends whether you believe that the ends justify the means. That's the
I
whole
believe
point of this movie. I don't. I believe
that's
if we give
that's
away
why
if
that's
we
why
give away our humanity and we're just as bad as the people we're protecting ourselves from, which Samuel L. Jackson was, then
no,
what's the point of it all?
I don't think so because I think that
Well,
he's doing it to himself. Don't
but
try to kill.
the whole
He's
point
trying
the
to
whole
kill
point of
50 million people.
the movie too was that showing, and we proved this in Guantanamo Bay, that torture doesn't work.
Oh
And
well,
if you saw the
that's different.
extended cut,
That's
it
different.
didn't. It didn't work.
It didn't work
Nothing they
for the
did
most
there.
part until the kids came
It
in.
didn't matter most, but the bomb went off. The nuclear weapon went off. It did.
But,
He did. He did find out there was a fourth one. He did. He would. Did.
well,
He didn't
Samuel
get
Jackson knew there was a fourth one. He just was over it
nothing.
because I
Nothing.
think they're up for like 5 days straight or something. But it
Nothing
starts
he
on
did in the
Tuesday
end.
and ends on Friday.
Nothing. None of that stuff he did at the end mattered because it went off. And it
Yeah, no, for
anyway.
sure. Well,
Well, it did matter. They got 3 bombs out of it,
yeah,
not 4. So yeah, it didn't matter. Can't say it
well,
didn't matter.
if if Carrie Ann Moss didn't say "fuck this," just let it blow up. If he'd have brought those kids back in, he might have got him to
You
reveal
don't
the
know
weapon.
that, but you don't know
We
that.
don't. Yeah, we don't. We
You
don't.
don't know.
There's a possibility.
It's what you're willing to do. And that's why this movie is good because it makes you think. There's no
I
wrong or right answer here.
no, for sure. If it was like a great human being or something, but it's like this guy's willing to kill all these people, fuck him. He gave up his life
Yeah, but
by
what about the school kids?
you know,
They deserve to die.
they don't. But he did it.
Well,
He killed them himself. He did it to himself.
that's cop out.
Bro, good people all the time die because of the choices that people
Right,
around them, and that's
right.
what
They do, and if that's what you're willing to do, and that's the whole point of this movie: is how far you're willing to go. Some people are willing to go that extra mile. Some
yeah,
people aren't.
that's what's great about the
And
film,
at
though.
the end, whether you did or not, it did make a difference in this case.
Yeah,
It went off anyway.
yeah.
The movie put it across its point very well.
No, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think, he made his choice for him and his whole family, man. He knew because he even says, I knew what you guys he was ready to be tortured. He was ready. So it's like you think they're gonna just stop at you? You think the government's gonna just stop at you? They're gonna track down everybody you love to leverage it against you. So he did that to himself. He shouldn't.
But the
Well,
the kids didn't, and they shouldn't
no,
have to pay for that.
definitely not. The wife didn't either. If the wife was completely clueless, she didn't deserve it either. Or
But what
especially,
you're saying is, but you're saying almost it is worth doing it because if it would have solved the
it
situation,
would.
you'd say,
It would be. It would be
yeah.
worth it.
See, some people feel that way, and some people don't, and that's why this movie is the way it is.
It's a hard ass choice for sure, but 50 million people over because also Samuel Jackson also says this too. I don't kill these kids, and in 20 years they might rise up and try to do the same,
True,
some similar to get revenge over their dad.
right,
So
right,
that and that
exactly.
was,
But then
and that was
again,
something
but the
they
thing
did.
I like about this,
They would kill.
the thing I liked about this movie is that they didn't make the Martin. Why am I'm saying Martin
I
Sheen,
know, I know.
Michael Sheen character, mustache twirling villain like some of you'd see in True Lies.
Right.
The tailors here. A lot of his points were fucking spot on. He has a fucking
No,
point
no,
too.
no. I know.
The shit
Definitely.
that has been that America has done to that country has caused a lot of this stuff to happen. So
Yeah.
in a way that there's no right answers here.
No, for
Everybody's in
sure.
the wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's why I brought up. When
yeah,
that was.
Martin Donovan is always the same character in every fucking movie he's in. That's 100% on Acres of movies. Every movie, you knew Martin Donovan, if he's going to be in a movie, he's usually going to be either the bad guy or the conflicted semi-bad guy. He's
Yeah.
always that character in every
Same.
movie he's in.
Always. Always. That's for sure.
But this movie had a lot of those actors that you don't know who they are, but you've seen them in a lot of different
Seen a
stuff.
lot. Yeah.
You know, Brandon Routh was probably the most notable of all of them, and he didn't have that big
And
of a part.
Stephen Root, even if you don't know his name,
Right,
you know he's been in a million things too. I love Stephen Root. Stephen Root's
right,
great.
right,
And obviously everybody knows Carrie Ann from Matrix, and
right. So yeah, it was cast very well, and it was a well done movie.
yeah, yeah. I've really enjoyed it, man. It's not one I'd watch, every fucking year, but I'd watch this a few years from now. If I ever got down in it. Sometimes I go down one of those like thriller rabbit holes, and this was a great thriller, that's for sure. I definitely enjoyed it, and like Two Gun said, man, all the performances were just awesome, man. And it's one that it's a great conversation piece. As me and you are going back and forth on some things. It's definitely a great uh, talk. $15 million budget. Yeah, as Two Gun said, and I think it made five in the theater back. He said so. It was definitely a flop, which that's why I think Netflix
Yeah, I
probably
mean, a movie like this is
bought
not
it.
gonna pull it. Yeah, it's not gonna be a big movie.
I think that's why Netflix bought it and they had it on their streaming
But
platform for a long time. Because at first I thought it was a Netflix original because I didn't know about this when it first came out. So when he sent us the Blu-ray, I was like, "Oh, sweet man! It's always good to own a Netflix original on Blu-ray because you never know. They don't put out Blu-ray
I
releases a
think
lot.
I think I
It
think
was
the
a Netflix
problem we were
original.
talking about like Samuel L. Jackson, and I think the problem with Samuel L. Jackson why he was never considered for an award is the same reason why of late Nicolas Cage isn't because they are willing to do a lot of movies.
Yeah,
You said he had 200
they
credits.
slip through the
Samuel L.
cracks.
Jackson and Nicolas Cage, they're in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in a lot of these small independent movies, and a lot of them are crap.
Yeah,
But a lot of them
a
are
lot of
great.
great ones.
They're in a lot of stuff, they don't get looked at when they do something amazing. I mean, Nicolas Cage has done a lot of amazing work. I think Willy's Wonderland is a fucking amazing Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
And he's done so many good movies of late, but because he's in so much stuff, and some of it
The
is
unbearable weight
crap.
match with talent. I think
Yeah,
that's another
I
fantastic.
mean, because some of it is junk that he gets pigeonholed, unfortunately. And Samuel L. Jackson, I think, is the same type of thing. He's in a lot of stuff. So
Yeah. And I'd love to get a quick piece of pizza slice with them because I turn it into a long, quick chat because I'd be talking his fucking ear off.
hey, what's in his wallet?
Yeah, right. But yeah, man, I had a blast with it, man. Good movie. Good movie.
Mm.
Great performance by Samuel Jackson and Michael Sheen. They were really good. I thought Carrie Ann Moss just was the great voice of reason in the whole thing, and I thought she wasn't annoying like you it might have came
No,
out. I think she was just there was times where you're like, shut up, he's got to save the fucking 50 million people, so he's got to do what he's got to do. So shut the fuck up, stop being the voice, stop fucking trying to be the good one. Like we gotta do what we gotta do, you know. And yeah, but yeah, I don't think he should. I thought he should have. I don't think he definitely. I don't think he needed to kill the kid, but I think he could have got what he needed by
no, he was
doing
gonna kill him.
just yeah.
At the
I
end, he
know.
was gonna kill
I
him.
think he was, but I think he could have done maybe done what he needed and just kind of done a little bit of minor
Mm.
torture.
Yeah, my torture kid.
Just a little.
Yeah, you're a nice guy. Remind me to if I ever have kids, bring them over to your house.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Don't. Well, are you gonna blow up 50 million people, man? So,
Yeah, whatever.
um, and like I said, man, back in the day, people, kings and all that, they would kill if they killed somebody that turned on them. They would
Yeah, they
kill
were.
their son because
That's
they
because it
didn't
was
want to
the.
risk.
That's because it was the Dark Ages. That's why those. That's why
Dude,
it hits the
that
term Dark
shit,
Ages.
bro. You don't think that shit could still happen?
don't
If
don't
somebody
start going to
did,
Braveheart stuff, man. The Dark
well,
Ages, kings.
yeah, man, I'm gonna watch Braveheart tonight. That's good. That's a good. But yeah, I don't, man. But there's times, man, where they want to get revenge for the person that killed Daddy. You know what I mean? So
and sometimes they're justified in doing it.
yeah, man, he still had 20 minutes with the kids, man. That he could have
Yeah.
got some stuff. He could have found that fourth bomb in that 20 minute in those 20 minutes.
Maybe he could have. Who knows? You don't know.
Yeah, and Moss or Pam Voorhees or Vivica Fox or Julia Lewis. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I
I
don't
don't,
know. Well,
I don't know. I don't know if I like either of those three, honestly. I'm not sure. I'm curious though to see who they will cast as Pamela for that
are you
show.
stuck in there again? What did I tell you about that?
But yeah, man, I definitely think it's a great pick,
In
too,
the
Gun.
kitchen. Come on.
Great pick.
Ready? Out. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Vivica. I would have said Vivica out of those
Stay in
three
here.
you said, but because you got, I don't know, man. I guess it doesn't matter, but Juliet is a redhead, so I don't really like her. I'd have said either Vivica or Carrie Ann out of those three, but I think Vivica might be the best of those three, honestly.
What are we comparing? Mrs.
In the same
Voorhees?
voice artist as Mrs. Voorhees. Hold on 1 second. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, in a remake?
Yeah, in that Peacock show coming.
Oh, a young, a young Voorhees? Mrs. Voorhees? Well, no, Carrie Ann Moss is too old. We just watched her in a movie. Me and Two Gun watched that movie. I forget what the name of that movie that was. Two Gun, where she was like the and she was good in it, but yeah, she's old now, so she couldn't do that. Juliet, they're all old now. They all couldn't do that. If it's a prequel, no, too old. Maybe if it took place 10 years ago, it would have been all right. I mean, this movie was 2010, and it's 2000, what, 25, 15 years?
Yeah.
And we watched Carrie Ann Moss the other night, a couple weeks ago, and that dystopian sci-fi movie was pretty good. But she's got a lot. She looks a lot older now. She's pretty old. So,
Yeah, especially if you look at her
and Juliette Lewis is too old. So yeah, none of them could do it really.
in the
If it's a
last.
prequel,
Yeah, that's true. And I think they're gonna get like a unknown, honestly.
yeah, because I don't think they have that big of a budget to pay a big name actor.
Yeah, if it was a movie instead of a prequel, I don't know. I'd want a blonde because Mrs. Voorhees was blonde. I don't know. That's a tough.
Depends how old she has to be in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because who?
I mean, I can only go back to like the great casting they did on Bates Motel. Remember with what's her face being
Yeah, yeah,
Norma Bates? He did such a great job in that show.
yeah. She was
Perfect
great.
casting.
Yeah, she was great. You know who would have been a really good choice at one point? The chick from American Horror Story, the blonde lady who was in King Kong.
Oh yeah, she's too old
I
now too. I think.
She's too old now too, but if it was a while ago, she would have been a great pick. She would have been a great Mrs. Voorhees, in my opinion. Patricia Arquette, I would go for
Way,
her.
way too old too. These people are all old now. Have you seen them
Well,
lately?
that's if it was the movie and not a prequel. Yeah,
Right.
for a prequel, I'm not sure. Prequel, I mean, I would
Just
go
relax. These
if
people
it
are all
was
like
a
70 years
prequel.
old.
If it was a prequel and it was like a hot 25-year-old mom, I would go fucking the chick from Immaculate. That's what I'd say because she can tap into like a craziness. I think so. If you've seen
Yeah.
Immaculate, I'd go her. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm a,
Are we rating this thing?
yeah. I was just gonna ask what's your rating, and then what do you got for Sean,
Uh, I'm
motherfucker?
gonna give it four. I'm gonna give it four nuclear bombs.
4.
4 bombs. Yeah. And it was 4 bombs, so four makes sense. A four.
Anybody in the chat, throw your rating down below as well. Sydney Sweeney, yeah, that's the one. I think she could tap into some crazy. If it was like a young, very young Pamela Voorhees. So it's tough. What I want to rate this, man, because I don't really have many problems with the movies. Um, but I don't know if it's like necessarily a 5 because it's not like super rewatchable. Five's a lot
Yeah.
of Five's a lot of times get the 5 because it's super rewatchable also for me. I probably go like a 4.25 or 4.5. Two Gun says 4.5, I guess. Acres of Movies says 3.5. Yeah, I'll go 4.5. I'll go 4.5 because I really did enjoy it. And I would definitely still watch this again. Um, just wouldn't be like a highly rewatched one, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll go with 4.5. And 4 from you and a 3.5 from Acres. Evan, what do you give it? Because you said you watched it too, didn't you? I give it probably like a 3.75 because the ending felt kind of off to me. If I liked the ending better, I'd probably go higher. Did you watch the alternate ending or the extended ending? The extended ending was a lot better. Did you see the ending with the bomb going off, or did you see her just walking out with the kids? I don't know if you saw the extended. The extended is a little bit better because the
Yeah.
bomb.
I'd only give the theatrical probably like a 3.75.
Yeah, I would drop that down to like a
I
4.
didn't like the theatrical ending at all.
Not me either. Yeah, me either. I'd have given it a 4 with the theatrical because the ending I hated. Oh, you saw
Uh,
both?
yeah, you really need that fourth bomb to kind of get the point of the movie across. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's what we got for this week.
Unthinkable.
And for next week's one you watched it originally, it was the regular. Yeah, man, if you watched it, I wish you would have watched the extended off rip because I went back and watched the original after I fast forwarded to see. So me seeing it as a full and seeing how it ended with the extended, I thought it hit a lot better. Um, and it just worked so much better. So next Sunday for Two Gun's second pick of the month, we will be reviewing Malum, which this is a beautiful television set, great 4K release. Came out in 2023, so it's a very new horror movie. And
I've seen half that movie so far.
really, I've seen some of it because I wanted to check out the new 4K for it. But I love this cover, man. And,
I liked what I saw, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
yeah, I liked what I saw too. I liked what
I mean, I
saw.
think I watched it on Plex or Shudder somewhere. But
Yeah, I'm really excited to check this out. Really excited. So yeah, I
they
can't
say
wait.
it's a lot like First Watch, but I've never seen First Watch, so I don't know.
Last Shift.
Last Shift, whatever that is. First Watch, Last Shift.
I've only seen the first Last Shift, and I liked it. I liked it. I think to me this kind of looked maybe better. So I'm very excited though. So Malum, I'm not sure if it's on any streaming platforms. Maybe
It's on Shudder.
It's on
It's
Shutter.
on Shudder.
Oh yes, they just added it to Shutter actually a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. So yeah, Malum will be next Sunday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So I cannot wait for that. You got anything for show and tell, big dog?
A couple things. You want to go first? Oh, yes, I'm going.
I grab. See what I don't know if I
All right.
have.
Invasion of the Bee Girls came in. Kino cult movie. This is a good one if you haven't seen it. Titties in it.
Beatles.
Ordinary housewives turned into ravishing creatures. We're gonna have to do this one on Discord some night. Invasion of the Bee Girls.
Oh, the Bee Girls.
And then another Kino cult movie. This is a kids' film. Horror. No, it's a Ken Russell film. Or this is actually my only NC-17 movie I have in my collection.
Nice,
See that?
Nice title.
NC-17. Teresa Russell. It's got Huggy Bear in from Starsky and Hutch too.
Really?
I picked up this nice slipcover on this Shape of Water. I like this little. Ooh, look at that. As close to the Creature from the Black Lagoon movie as we get, except she
Thank you,
screws
by the
them.
way, because that digital code did work, so I appreciate that.
Oh, this chick.
No,
this
I think James Wan is going to be doing a Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right, but I'm just saying it's close as we've gotten.
Is that official that Malum is a remake of Last Shift?
No, it's not a remake. Not a remake. No,
that's what
a lot like it.
Two Guns.
No, I said it's a lot like it. It's not a remake.
I know, but Two Guns saying it is a remake, but I thought you found out that it's not.
No, it's not. Shape of Water. She's a fish fucker right here.
Yeah, big old fish fucker. I might watch that tonight.
What? Shape of Water?
Fish fucker. That's a good
Vampire in Brooklyn. Now, I never knew this was a Wes Craven movie. You understand? Until I bought it.
Yeah, it is. It's one of his weaker ones, but it's good.
That's why I understand.
Well,
I was expecting much.
No, because Deadly Blessing's pretty weak. So I don't think that's better than some of his other weaker.
This is a great movie. Fantastic Mr. Fox. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I love that movie, but I like Isle of Dogs better.
Probably better, but I like this movie too.
I like them both. I have a 2-pack of that. There was a nice 2-pack I got for like.
And it's interesting too. I mean, as Wes Craven movies go, I don't like a lot of his movies. People go gaga over the Wes Craven movies. Oh, Wes Craven. What the fuck? Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
But I think his animated movies are great.
I like his animal movies. I don't like. I still gotta watch his most recent one. I forget the name of it.
Shout at the Devil with Roger Moore and Lee Marvin. A good old war movie. In Search of Darkness, 1990 and 1994. Look at that nice slip cover. I don't think you've gotten this yet, have you?
No, I think mine should be coming this week. I think it should be coming in the next few days. So I'll be.
You pay $80 for it, and then they extort another $13 out of you for shipping this thing.
Fucking cocksuckers. Yeah, I should be getting mine this week though. I can't wait.
Picked up a few DVDs for like $1.
I'll be watching that. Oh,
nice. I love that Tommy Boy cover.
Yeah, that's good. Where'd you get it for $1? What not?
No, dollar store.
Oh wow, cool. That's a good dollar store pickup.
Well, it was like $1.25.
Yeah. Yeah, because nothing's a dollar no more.
Summer Rental, John Candy. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie on DVD. One of Dylan's personal favorites, The Dark. It's got a great cover.
Yeah, it does have a great cover.
The pick of the week from TerraVision, Rumpelstiltskin Deluxe 4K and Blu-ray. This is a phenomenal transfer. This really looks great. And to compare it, I threw the Blu-ray in. The Blu-ray looks okay, but it's so much more grainy in the dark scenes. The 4K really is crystal clear in the dark scenes. And
Yeah,
this comes with
I think I'm gonna order that tonight.
a great slip cover right there. It comes with a book about essays about Rumpelstiltskin and a poster. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
I've heard
nice little set. It's a nice little set. It's got the box. Now you can get this, and this has got this 4K, the Blu-ray, and the CD of the soundtrack. You can get just the movie if you on a regular case. And then, and then, yes, the Grail, Halloween 3 on VHS.
lucky.
And there's a copy clean enough you could eat off it. Look at that. And it's the Universal copy, not the Good Times one. Although the Good Times one has a great cover too. There it is, baby. So I got Halloween 3, and I got, thanks to Two Gun Buckaroo Banzai, I got another Escape from New York because I think the one I have is broken. But there you go. Got the good stuff, and that's it for me for this week. Next week, I'll show off some VHSs. All right, Don, you got anything?
Yeah. Fuck. I just accidentally ordered a shirt on fucking Gutter Guards that I didn't mean to buy.
What's that?
I just accidentally ordered a shirt on Gutter Guards that I didn't mean to buy.
Cancel it. What did you order?
And I got the Keep Vinegar Syndrome on 4K. I could probably message him though, because I would have done at least an installment plan on it. I bought it. But it sucks.
You should be buying shit while you're talking.
No, I was just looking because it was like one of those get it or regret it. So I was just looking at it, and I
Get
wanted
it
to
or
see how much
regret it?
shipping was, and I accidentally, for some reason, I don't even know. I got the Florida Illusions on VHS. Mimic. I actually can't wait to watch that on VHS. I love that movie. And recently got another.
I love that. I love that one.
Yeah, the Mummy's Tomb. I love the Mummy's Tomb as well. Murders in the Rue Morgue. Really hard one to find too. I was happy as hell to get that. And this was really.
That's a weird cover.
Yeah, that's what they did for it, but this is the director's cut too. So super clean copy though. Really clean. You could lick off this just like your
Yeah, they made a lot of those movies in those plastic cases. I was never a fan.
Yeah, it's Anchor Bay though. So
it is Anchor Bay, yeah.
Yeah. So I was happy to snag that. Hopefully I can snag Day of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead at some point.
Favorite summer rental scenes. To be honest with you, I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. I don't remember it too well. It was a good movie though, from what I remember. That and remember the Great Outdoors. That was another good one.
Yeah.
I just watched Funny Farm again the other day, man. That movie's funny as hell. I love
Yeah,
that movie.
I've been wanting to watch that one.
Not too many people like lamb balls anymore.
Yeah,
I like when the woman goes, "You gotta the secret to lamb fries. You gotta cut them up, snip them up high."
that's
It's a
hilarious.
funny movie. It's a pretty funny movie.
Yeah, Summer Rental's a fun one. It's been a while since I seen that one. Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch. I've seen bits and pieces of Funny Farm, but I gotta watch that one.
Oh, that's a great movie.
So yeah, man. Cannot wait for Malum next week. Definitely gonna be a good one. Yeah, TerraVision, I definitely see as an up and coming boutique label to look out for because I mean this Malum release looks like a Vinegar Syndrome release. I mean it's a beautiful thick slipcover, and I know that Rumpelstiltskin is like a Vinegar Syndrome release too, in that
It
hard
is,
bottom
yeah.
slip. So definitely a really cool one, man. I cannot wait to check this Malum out. Malum is he believes it is remake of Last Shift, directed by same director with bigger budget. Okay, yeah, I think you're right. I think I looked it up. There it was, but that'll be cool. Either way, I liked Last Shift, so Anthony DeBlasi. Yeah, he did do Last Shift, so makes sense. Which I think there were two Last Shifts. Actually, I think there was a sequel to Last Shift. But
Mm-hmm.
all right, so yeah, be on the lookout next Sunday for Malum, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Anything you want to throw out there before we get going, Scarphead?
No, I'm good.
All right. So yeah, go check out Hard Eyes this week. Should be a fun one if you're big into like Who Done It, Scream, horror movies. That's kind of what it was giving me vibes of. And yeah, we will see you guys next Sunday. Peace out, guys. Thanks for hanging out.